All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Lakesha Burton. I am a police officer. I am an assistant chief with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and I have been proudly serving you in our community for over 22 years. I know I look young, but I started young, but I've been a police officer 22 years. It is one of the most noble professions there is. So while I was at UCF, obviously I had a desire to always serve and be a police officer. So as soon as I graduated, I applied with the Orlando Police Department. And, they would not hire me. And they wouldn't hire me because they looked at my background and saw that as a young person, I had an arrest on my record. So, but thank God for the sheriff here in Jacksonville back then, Sheriff Nat Glover was a sheriff at the time, and he gave me an opportunity to come back home and be a police officer. So I certainly believe in second chances, and so grateful that he gave me that chance to fulfill a lifelong dream of being a police officer. So I've never taken that for granted, and I enjoyed, and obviously I've been operating in my calling of being a police officer. So I've had a very rewarding job. And what I would say is that when you graduate from college, look for a career that is a calling. So you will enjoy going to work every single day, even when you don't feel like it, or things happen in life or in your career, but you still are excited about going. And, obviously in law enforcement, there are a lot of things going on this day and time, the culture and the environment that we're in. And no matter how bad things get, no matter how negative things are, I am still a lot like my colleagues. We see this as a profession and a calling and not just a job. So we are just really motivated to come to work every day and to serve and protect our community. So I think it's very important to get into a career and do something that you're passionate about, and not just money. Obviously, I think police officers need to make more money, but it's certainly not about the money. So I think that's important when you start thinking about what you want to do for the next 20, 30 years. So, what skills does it take to be a police officer? I think the number one thing is, I think in order to operate in any public servant job, I think that you have to have a passion and a heart to serve others. Obviously, there's a physical component, there's an emotional and mental component, and I just think that you need all of those. You have to be mentally tough. You have to have courage. You obviously have to have good writing skills, good communication skills. Obviously, to become a police officer, there are a list of standards that you have to meet. Having good driver's license, obviously, good credit, no background, criminal history. So it's a lot of different things. But I think ultimately, you have to have integrity, to do this job. So there are a lot of listed things to becoming a police officer. Every agency is different. So if you want more information about our local agency, because we are hiring, you can go to joinjso.com. So my best experience, I have a lot of experiences, but I think that my life came full circle. So when I was young, I became a teen mother. I was a teen mother very early. I got pregnant at 14 years old. I had my baby at 15 years old, and obviously life was hard for me. But so I was very determined not to become a statistic. It was hard being a single mom. I was young. And so my goal was just to graduate from high school. So in my wildest dreams, I never thought, although I always wanted to be a police officer, once I got pregnant, had my baby, I thought that I wasn't going to be able to achieve my dream. But it goes to show you should never give up on your dreams no matter what happens. Tough times are going to come, you're going to have barriers and you're going to fall, but you get back up. And my story is one of resilience and really opportunity. And people gave me opportunity and I seized it. But I can tell you, I ran into a police officer when I was 16 years old with my baby, and he showed such great compassion. And instead of taking me to the juvenile detention facility, which he could have because I had broke the law, he caught me stealing inside of a store. But he used so much compassion and wisdom and discretion that police officers have. And instead of taking me to the juvenile detention facility, he took me to the Police Athletic League, which is a youth serving nonprofit organization that invested in me and gave me an opportunity, which led me to really change the trajectory of my life and gave me an opportunity to receive that full basketball scholarship from Wilson High School to college. But I can tell you, my career and my life came full circle back in 2015 when our sheriff at the time appointed me to be the first woman CEO of the nonprofit, the very nonprofit that helped save my life when I was 16 years old. So I've had a great career, but that's probably the most profound thing that could have happened in my life for me to run the nonprofit organization, the very entity that gave me opportunity, that set my life on the right path, and really, gave me this opportunity to be a police officer. So I believe in investing in youth. Literally, I at one point in time, I thought I was the worst kid in Jacksonville, but my life really shows as an example that the people that we think are the worst people, they do have opportunity to change their lives around. They just need opportunities. They need that one person to invest in them and show that they care, and look what can happen, So I'm very grateful for this career and just even the opportunity to talk to all of you. This day and time, it's tough, it's hard, and listen, you're not going to go through anything that none of us didn't go through. I just would encourage you all to give your best, and whatever you do, and you give back to other people, because there's so many people in our community that are less fortunate and that are hopeless, that are just looking to encounter one of us, one of you, that will give them hope and inspire them to achieve their dreams. So what I would say to all of you, go out and accomplish your dreams and never stop until you reach your dreams and, impact our world in a positive way. And I'm going to continue to do that on my end.